I don't get any of the good throws.
14-year-old Aidan Nakajima-Wu worked hard to make it into New York's Stuyvesant High.
How hard was it to get into your school?
It was pretty hard. I went to tutoring for, I think, at least a year for it.
What were you most looking forward to as a freshman?
Probably making new friends in high school because, well, only one person from my middle school is going to high school, so I get to see new people and make friends and see new opportunities.
It hasn't happened. First, COVID kept him home, but even after in-person classes resumed, his mom, Mina, says the headlines about assaults on Asian Americans instilled a new layer of fear.
Overall, big picture, give me a sense of, as a mom, what are your concerns for your son in going to school in person?
So initially we kept him remote because of COVID. And then there was an option to go back into school. And I was looking forward to, having that as an option, a viable option, because remote learning has been a little bit difficult for him. And then when all of these attacks on Asians started happening, I really felt unsafe sending him, all the way downtown by himself to a school that he's never attended before.
Have you ever experienced this kind of fear and anxiety before?
Not really. Nothing really has made me this scared for my life.
National data shows just 18% of Asian American students are attending school in person, trailing any other demographic. At PS 130 in New York City's Chinatown, where nearly 87% of the students are Asian American, just 30% have opted for in-person learning. Principal Renny Fong says it's not just the pandemic.
Is there an additional layer of anxiety for your Asian American students and families?
Yes. One parent said, "Oh, Mr. Fong, can we have more of a police presence in the area?" And so we worked out with the precinct, and they were happy to come by and show that solidarity. And people in the district also, we've participated in local rallies, and that has been very actually comforting to know that the community is behind us.
He uses these mood meters to help the students and staff.
For you personally, watching what's been happening, how has this affected you personally to see the rise in anti-Asian sentiment?
Yeah, we took a lot of time because it felt like we went through a grieving process too. And to love a country and sometimes feel, oh, I'm not getting that love back, hurt in the beginning. But then it became so hopeful because so many organizations came out and people came out in solidarity and building and lifting each other up and saying, hey, I'm not invisible, my voice is being heard. I think that has shown our children too the value of coming together in solidarity and standing together and saying, what can we do about this? And not just sitting in fear, but what can we do to move forward?
For the Nakajima-Wu family, hope that Asian Americans can soon feel safe on the streets and in schools.
Yeah, what's your fear as a mother?
Their safety, or them not feeling American enough. I was born and raised here, so they're like third generation, and I hate them having to feel like they're not American enough. When he competes for the USA team in karate, when he wins, they always play the anthem, and it was always like a big point of pride for us, and I want them to feel welcome here.
What's your hope moving forward?
I hope people realize that this does happen to Asians. I think when I talk about it, people don't really understand or believe that we do get marginalized or targeted, but it definitely does happen. It happens quite often. I think it's just being brought to light now, but it isn't something new.
Vicky Nguyen, NBC News.
We're gonna be like, oh.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.